how to make these beautiful cowls today on my channel, and what you're going to need is one skein of Lion Brand Thick and Quick, a pair of scissors, a 10mm or a 9mm end hook. You can choose whatever you prefer. Today I used a 10. And you need a tapestry needle. And this is a very basic, very simple beginner, and it's more of a neck warmer than a cowl. I didn't want to make a really long one. The person who messaged me about this project has one skein of yarn, so I just wanted to make sure we could make it out of one skein of yarn, so she doesn't have to go out and buy anything else. So anyway, I made a slip knot. And I'll show you how I do that again. I wrap it round, I pinch it here, so it's pinched there. I wrap it round this finger, the pointy finger, and I pull the yarn over, and I pull the yarn over, and then I stick the hook in there and pull it tight. So that is my version of a slip knot. Okay, and now I'm going to chain 45 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I might mention that we could do these loosely, because if we're not doing something called a foundation chain at the beginning, where it's looser, this can be tight and the rest of the cowl can be much looser. So if we try and do a little bit looser stitches when we're chaining, that means that we don't get that stiff edge to your cowl. 2, 4, I think we had 14. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So I better remember to make it looser. 15, just drag it a little bit looser. 16, 17, you see how I'm making it a little bit bigger. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So now we've got our 45 stitches chained, 45 chains. We have to go along it. I like to go with my thumb over the top and just make sure that we're not twisting our chain. And then when we get to the end here, we're going to take the top part, we're going into the top of the stitch. You see there's all these V's going down, and we're going to go into the top of the first one there, and then I'm just going to do a slip stitch. My yarn has got twisted over there. So we're going to take the yarn and we're going to do a slip stitch. We're going to go through this one, and then through the first one, and then we've joined our chain and made a big loop, and we are going to be going in the round now. So we're going to just chain 2 up to start our first round. Okay, and I'm going to just move the yarn because it's in an awkward situation. Okay, so now we're going to go around here. So we're not going to go into that first little bit, we're just going to go into this one. And we are going to do a double crochet. We're going to go like this. Okay, so the next one, as you look, you can see all these V's. We are going into the top of each of the V's. So I am going to take my yarn, put it over my hook, and put it into the top of the next V, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2. A double crochet in US terms, okay? So we're going to do another one, yarn over, into the next one, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay? Now we're going to do the same in the next one, yarn over, through there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and then to the next one. And this is how we're going to do our first round. I tend to call them rounds when you're going in the round, and rows when you go back and forward. And the nice thing about the video is that you can stop it when you want to and then restart when you've caught up. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm just taking the yarn over, going into the top there, through and pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to double crochet all around our 45 chains, going into each little chain. If you start to twist it like that, you're going to end up with a problem. So we need to make sure that all the time we're holding it flat like a snake, and all of our little V's are lining up there, and we can go in to the next one in a systematic way as we're moving around. Yarn over. And this is a really nice yarn. It makes a really warm, beautiful scarf. So here and there. So here we go, and getting, must be halfway around. Some people like to go into the back bump of the chain. There's lots of different ways to do it, but I thought we'll keep it simple for this video. This is a real easy beginner neck warmer cowl that we're making here. And then you can go on and learn all the different techniques, but right now it's just the basics. It's a basic cowl. It only goes around your neck once. It's a real easy on and off. You don't have to double it over and go around twice. You just pop it over your head and you're ready to go. So, thank you for joining me today, and if you're enjoying this crochet video, I do ask that you subscribe to my channel, and you can click on that little bell to receive notifications of when there's new ones coming up. And don't forget, you can always request if you have something you'd like to see made or in a specific yarn. I was asked to please do it more in the chunky yarn, and please do a cowl. So here we go. I think I'll do a different one next time, maybe change it up a little bit so you've got some options. But this one is easy to make, and it can be made out of one skein of Lion Brand Thick and Quick. So that's a double bonus. If you get it on sale with a 40% off coupon, you've got a pretty nice neck warmer at a reasonable price. Great for gifts. And if you do market stalls, they're very popular at the market. So when we get to the end, we're going to go into the last space here. And then we're going to count up 1, 2, 3. What's happened here is that I've had to redo this section because the first time I filmed it, I was off camera. So this little first section I have redone to show you how to work this part. So I'm going to chain up 2, and then it's going to be the beginning of the second row, which we are going to do by double crocheting into that stitch. Okay, so I'm going to let you do that. I'll double crochet into that stitch and do a round, and I think you come back and we're going to be starting round 3, but I've used up all the rest of my yarn in the cowl. Okay, but I thought I'd redo this just because it was all off camera and not a lot of use. So you'll be joining us at the end of this round, second round, and at the beginning of round 3. Okay, so I'm coming up now to the end of the second round, and here I'll go into this one. I'll do a double crochet, and if you're wondering where to stop, I always go into this one too. Okay, and then we join 1, 2, and then we join on the very sort of top of those. It's like the third bit there, and we chain 2. Oops, sorry. Chain 2, ready for our next round, and I'm just going to count my stitches just to see how we're doing here. Okay, so we've got 2, 4. I count along the top of the V's. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 45. So we've still got our 45 stitches. I like to always count, keep checking, otherwise your work can end up growing on you, and that's not very nice when that happens, okay? So we've chained up 2, and we're going to start the third round, okay? So here we go. I don't go into that one right there because I'm going into the one at the end. So we'll put a stitch in here, 1. And we'll keep going. And there will be a little bit of a slopey seam that will come up. I'll try and show you one here. It's even hard to find it where it is. But where you're doing the join, there it is. You can just kind of see it here. It's really difficult to see, but where the slip stitches have been going, there's a little bit of a seam, but really it's invisible. You can't really see it. Okay, so we're going to carry on, and it's not rocket science. We just keep going around. Make sure that you always end up with 45 stitches at the end of your round. Okay, so off we go on to round 3, and I will catch up with you when we finish this round. And here we are nearly at the end of the third round, so we're going to put the yarn over, our hook through, pull through 2, pull through 2, and once again we're going to be putting our crochet hook into that last little space too, just to make sure. And then you want to add it to the top here, count up 1, 2, and into that third space, go through the 2, wrap your yarn over, pull it through there, and pull it through there, and that has finished our third round. Chain 2, and we keep going in the same direction. Now you can see how it's starting to grow, and like I said, it kind of widens out a bit, and that's why it's really nice to have that extra loose chain at the beginning, so we don't end up with a tight little entry point there. And we'll see how it's measuring up. There, look, it's just around 12 inches, so that's good. Okay, I'm going to let you go and finish up 9 rounds. 1, 2, 3, we need 6 more rounds, and then this neck warmer will be done, okay? So I'll meet you back at the end of 9 rounds. I don't think you need to watch me do that. Okay, thank you. So here we are at the end of the 9th row. We've got 1, you can see the bumps where each row is, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is the 9th row. So I've just come to the last few stitches here, yarn over, make a double crochet, going through 2 loops twice, and then once again here's that chain 2, and this is the last little stitch there that we go into, and then we attach it, we count up 1, 2, and then into that 3rd one at the top here. Right at the top we slip our hook through, yarn over, pull it through there, pull it through there, and that's it. We've done it. So we're going to cut this, leave a nice tail so that you can weave it in. And that is our, you can see there's a little bit of a line down the middle there, but you can hardly really see it. Okay, so that is our cowl. I'll show you how to weave in the end. So I've got my tapestry needle here, and I always fold over the yarn like that, sort of pinch it. That gives me a nice little edge to put through my tapestry hook. And then my method is, everybody has their own, but you can see sort of how, where that knot is, where you've pulled it tight. I tend to go into these stitches, just carrying on from there and pull it. That sort of makes a nicer edge across there. And then we can turn it round and we can weave in here, in and out of the stitches. And we can turn it again. We like to go in different directions, and that kind of firms up the, it doesn't come unstitched that much. I'm so good at doing this that when I try and take things apart, I can never do it because the edges have been woven in so many times. So that's 4th time just to be sure. And then we can cut that off. That's that one. And then we flip it over. And we've got where we cast on, right? And remember we had a little bit of a thing going on there. So what we're going to do here is the same thing. We're going to go in the direction to try and make it. See, there's a rough end there. If you just try and thread it, it's tricky, but if you wrap it over and pull it through, and that makes it easier to thread. And then I'm going to go into the tops of these stitches. And you can see how that sort of evens it out. Bit. There we go. And if you want to go back, sometimes if your yarn comes off and you haven't left yourself enough of a tail, you can actually put your needle through and then thread it while it's just poking out, and that way you can use your shorter bits of the yarn up if you have a situation where that comes up. There we go. And that is our cowl or neck warmer. It's not, you can make them really long. You can carry on up here, make them really, really long, and then sometimes you can flip them over your head like a little bit of a cape. I've done those as well. So it's really soft and squishy. This is a beautiful yarn to make this out of, and this is what we have left out of one skein. So it's not a lot. So you should have all been able to get your little neck warmer cowl made out of one skein of Lion Brand Thick and Quick. So thank you very much for watching this video and joining me today for this super beginner friendly, easy neck warmer. And if you like what you're seeing here, please do subscribe. I'm trying to get subscribers to my channel, and also if you click on the bell, you'll get notifications of when I upload new videos. So that's always a good idea. And you can share them. There's a share button underneath if you want to share it to your Pinterest or share it to Twitter. Just see the little arrow underneath the screen here, and you can share it to your Facebook. And even save it. There's a little save button. I often use those so I don't lose the videos I really like. I push the save button and save it to a playlist, and you can keep that private. People don't have to see it. You can choose private, and then no one else knows what you've saved. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon with another video. I'm Pam Carr from Caraway Crochet. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.